Week 4 done. This is the end of my 4th week Carnivore Diet Life. And this is how it went. So I didn't have a lot of weight loss this week on my 4th week. I'm only down a total of right at 13 pounds. At the end of my 3rd week, I was down right at about 12 pounds. I think it was like 11.8, something like that. But now 4 weeks into it, I'm kind of getting a better idea of what works for me and what doesn't work for me. And so moving forward, I feel that my weight loss is gonna be a little bit more back on track as it was week 1, week 2. Right now, I laid off on the cheese about 3 days ago. No more cheese. I was having sharp cheddar cheese slices with my meal, maybe not every meal, and I would have almost like 3 little meals a day, 1 big one. And so I've learned that that's probably not the best thing to do. Cutting dairy out completely. I think that's gonna help me out with my weight loss a little bit. We'll try that for week 5 anyway, which will start tomorrow. I also feel that I need to stick to a more structured eating schedule. So not just so random throughout the day. Because what I've found that I've been doing is not eating enough during the hours I probably should be eating, and I've been eating at night because I didn't want to be hungry throughout the night. And that's a bad thing. I know that eating after 5 is bad for you anyway, but I want to try and bump it up to not eating after 4 p.m. So what I'm thinking is I'm going to go kind of back to where I was on week 1, week 2, which was have one really big meal where it filled me up, high fat content, filled me up. And I would do that between 12 and 1 p.m. We'll say I'll fast until 12 p.m. and my first big gorging meal will be between 12 p.m. and 1 p.m. And then one smaller meal between 3 p.m. and 4 p.m. And that's it. No snacking in between. I also did a little bit of snacking this past week and a half, something like that. A little bit of beef jerky, hard-boiled egg here and there, little meat stick. And I'm gonna just cut back on that for now. So no more snacking for week 5. I did re-injure my messed up knee just a couple of days ago. And that's a real bummer because I was bragging about one of the awesome side effects that I've had on this diet just at that point, 4 weeks into it, was no inflammation and my knee pain was completely gone. And it was, but I was putting together a bunk bed for my 2 boys and I spent a ton of time on my knees. And what I've found is when I'm on my knees and my knees are bent and I'm sitting on my legs with my knees really bent, that's when I end up having issues. So exercise is still out for me. So not even walking. I can't even walk. Walking is just not possible right now. Hopefully in the next few days, it kind of gets better and maybe I can start implementing a walking routine like I once did. I think meanwhile, what I'll do is I'll start lifting weights again with some dumbbells and just kind of do some light weightlifting, try to increase my muscle mass just a little bit because I'm burning calories at that point. And the more muscle mass you have, you're gonna burn fat just while you're sleeping and doing nothing. So having muscle and doing weight resistance training and things like that is definitely good for all of your body. So I'm gonna bring that into it in week 5. My sleep still seems to be improving, which is awesome. I was never able prior to this to sleep. You know, if I woke up at 3 o'clock in the morning, 2 to 3 o'clock in the morning to go to the bathroom, 9 times out of 10, I would not get back to sleep. And if I did, it was really light sleep that wasn't good quality sleep. 4 weeks into this diet, my sleep is awesome in the mornings, but this is kind of a funny thing. I never used to be tired in the mornings because I didn't really get good sleep. I was already pretty much awake. And so I get really tired in the afternoons. Well, now I'm tired in the mornings. So when it's time to wake up, I'm like, I'm tired. So that's kind of a new thing. I don't know if that's necessarily a bad thing. I don't know if that's necessarily a good thing. It's just something I've seen a little bit different, but I will say my overall quality of sleep is still improving. So I'm hitting about 7.25 to like 7 hours and 45 minutes. That's really good. And I even had a couple where I was over 8 hours, which just blows my mind. And when you look at my Apple Watch and you look at my sleep pattern, but those little orange spikes, they are so tiny and thin now instead of like spaces you could actually see. They're more just little slivers, and they're only happening about 2 to 3 times a night compared to like 6 times. So that's awesome. About 4 nights ago, I did struggle with some leg cramps, which then turned into a really bad headache that led me into the early morning. And I guess I just didn't have enough electrolytes, didn't have enough sodium, enough magnesium, enough potassium in my system. As soon as I woke up in the morning, I started taking my electrolyte supplement, and I actually doubled up on it. And I just ended up drinking a bunch of water to go with that. you know, and about an hour after doing that, my headache went away and I didn't have it the rest of the day. And I've been headache free and I've been leg cramp free. So that is something that is kind of an interesting thing. I never ever really had headaches prior to that. And I never normally had any leg cramps or anything like that when I was sleeping. And it only happens when I sleep. It hasn't happened during the daytime. That's kind of an interesting thing for me. Something I wasn't really, I heard that you would get this with the carnivore diet, but I didn't really know why. And I feel like I'm taking in a lot of sodium because the Redmond's, ancient sea salt that I put it on everything I have. And so I make sure I have a lot of that on there. So I am kind of salting my food way more than I ever would prior to this. So that's an interesting thing. But I think I'm getting that under control as well, and understanding that I do need to salt my food, and I have nothing against that because it's amazing. And then I've actually added some of that salt into my water as well. The electrolyte supplement I'm taking, it's by a company called Nectar. It seems to be doing the trick pretty good. It's a watermelon flavor and I really like it. It's not as like flavoricious and intense flavor as like Propel or the Liquid IV was, but it's enough to kind of get you by. It's like a hint of watermelon. It's not anything crazy. And it's 0 carbs, 0 sugar, 0 everything, no artificial anything. Everything's natural. And so I really like that. It's been working out good. Before I wrap up week 4, let me tell you a huge thing that did happen to me. A side effect that came out of nowhere that I was totally not expecting to happen. And thankfully it did. So for about 30 years now, I'm 44 right now, so probably about 30 years, I have had a problem with my nose. And I always thought I had a deviated septum. Now, I broke this nose multiple times in my life, from childhood to adulthood. I broke it multiple times, and I thought maybe I had a deviated septum. But even when I was a child, I had nose issues. In my adult life, I've pretty much been addicted to Vicks nasal spray or some sort of nasal spray. What it would do, I would do 2 squirts up each nostril, and about 10 to 15 minutes later, all of a sudden I could breathe. And that was like huge for me, because without the ability to breathe, I snored a lot at night. I slept horrible. Hold on, we're gonna get to this. Everything was bad because I just wasn't able to breathe. So I was really addicted to just breathing right. But with that, you also kind of get this weird reaction that ends up happening to where you want to do more. And if you don't keep doing it every 24 hours, you just can't breathe. Well, big side effect here to the Carnivore Diet Life. And I can now breathe out of my nose. That is a game changer for me. And thinking about it now, that's also a reason why I'm sleeping better, is because I am not waking myself up struggling to breathe at night, gasping for air. I'm now able to breathe through my nose. And that's awesome. So I got into this wanting just weight loss. That's my big goal, was just weight loss. And the side effects from the inflammation reduction in my leg and my back and everywhere, the energy to just kind of, I want to get up and go do whatever my task is, the energy to like last throughout the day without like crashing and needing copious amounts of caffeine to get me back up, the ability to breathe. I mean, so many side effects that I wasn't really after, but man, am I happy they are here. So I'm not frustrated with the fact I haven't lost as much weight as I wanted to at the end of week 4, because I'm really happy with all these other things that have happened to me. I tell you what, everybody, honestly, I'm not selling anything here. I'm here to just show you my experience and to share my journey on the carnivore diet and my version of it. You know, mine's a little bit different, like I've talked about before. I add a little spices to some of my stuff. I have a meatball video that I just did on a brand new pellet smoker that I just recorded and I'm editing right now. I hope to share that with you guys in the next couple of days, because primarily what my main diet has been meatballs, and I put a little bit of spices in them. You know, it's nothing that's going to throw me off in any way, and it hasn't stopped all of these amazing side effects from continuing to go. So for me, it's been working out great. I think maybe I might need to cut back on the meat that I'm using, from, you know, it being like more of like an 80 or 88% lean to maybe a 90% lean, to kind of maybe cut back the fat content just a little bit, but I'm not sure. But I tell you what, I'm really happy with my choice to do this, and I've been very strict with it. My wife is very proud of me. My kids are like, what are you doing? This is awesome. But it's kind of hard. I'm not going to lie. But it is really doable. And for me, it's worth it so far. I hope you're getting value out of all of this. I really want to get into more of the cooking stuff for the carnivore diet. That's my thing. Because, you know, I have another YouTube channel, and it's Mr. Flavorsmith, where I am a backyard cooking enthusiast. So that's my passion. If you are getting value out of any of this, and this video specifically, do me a huge favor. Like this video. Comment where you're at in your carnivore journey and subscribe to the channel. It really helps me produce more valuable content, hopefully like this, for you in the future. And it really helps build the community. And I have to tell you, I ran into a gentleman just the other day at Sam's Club while I was doing a meat haul for that meatball video. He saw me scanning the back of a label for something with my phone, and he comes up to me. He's like, "Hey, what is that? Is that like a nutrition app that you have?" He's like, "I watch this guy on YouTube," and I'm like, "Actually, no, this is for a YouTube show though that I have." And he's like, "What? Oh my gosh!" I said, "Yeah, I'm a cook with this," and then I said, "But this is for my Carnivore Diet Life channel." And he's all, "And I'm on carnivore right now." He's like, "I've been doing it since February, and I'm down 40 pounds." So Jeff, awesome, and I know you subscribe to the channel, so welcome to the community. You're a pleasure to talk with, and that's what's so great about this community is everybody is super friendly, and we all just want to help each other out. Now, before I leave, I want to tell you what's going on in week 5. 3 major things I'm going to try to improve for week 5. One will be I'm going to start doing, like I said, weightlifting with dumbbells. Nothing crazy, but just trying to build a little bit of muscle mass up, and I can do that throughout the day, a couple times a day. I've got a routine. I'll figure that out. And when I'm ready to share that with you, I'll share that with you. That's number 1. Number 2, I'm gonna stick to a better eating schedule. So my first meal where I'm gonna fill myself up is gonna be from 12 p.m. to 1 p.m. No snacking in between. And my second meal will be in the evening between 3 p.m. and 4 p.m. I will not eat after 4 p.m. And that second meal is gonna be more of a snack. It might be me eating like 2 meatballs for my snack, you know, and my lunch, you know, the first meal I have of the day might be 3 meatballs and like a couple slices of bacon, maybe a hard-boiled egg. So a more strict eating schedule for sure. And number 3, I'm just not going to snack in between out of boredom. That's a big one. I think if I keep to a strict eating schedule, I don't snack, do a little bit of weightlifting, still keeping off the cheese and everything like that, I think I'll do better through week 5, and we'll see where we're at the end of week 5. All right, that's it. Everybody, stay fit and live a healthy life. See you on the next one.